And we have gameplay visible. No warnings this time. Usually this game throws a bunch of warnings for viewers and new players, but not this time. Let's just go for the new game. Main story. We are starting main story. These are DLC content. I have never played these. I haven't finished this first game either, but we will go with the main story, of course. We are going to take a custom mode because I'm a noob. We will activate critical hits, normal. I like things being normal here. Death's Door, we are going to activate. This is a ease up mode where characters who would otherwise permanently die, they do not die from the first fall. They are just going to be left on the Death's Door, and that condition does not clear itself out until you have rested in correct location where there are priests helping you. Nope, 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 no auto leveling. We'll do all of that. Normal enemies and the rest of it. We will leave tutorials on. So it's a custom now between normal and challenging modes. Sorry, I need a water. I forgot how thirsty this makes. This is a custom picture from Nexus mods. None of these were to my liking, and these are also characters. Most of these are characters from the game, and I didn't want to use the same avatar. I don't know where this guy is from, book or artwork, but he looks cool. Just what we are about to do. So we are going to make Aldori Defender Rogue. We are going to make mostly a rogue, but we will start off as fighter subclass Aldori Defender, because there are some very cool feats there. Yeah, I don't like the hairstyle. He looks like I used to look about 20 something years ago when I still had hair. Pokute might remember, I don't. But these other hairstyles are just... Oh, this would be cool, actually. Nope, male one, nope. Definitely not. Definitely not. And not again. Let's take this, actually. Handsome fellow doesn't have a ponytail, but that is an older picture of him, right? Right. Fighter. So these are, as you can see, D20 system classes: Alchemist, Barbarian, Bard, Cleric, Druid, Fighter, Inquisitor, Kinetics, Magus, Monk, Paladin, Ranger, Rogue, which will be our main class later on, but we will start off as a fighter and Aldori Defender because I like to use the dueling sword. It has a few very nice feats associated to it, and we will get them right from the start. Weapon proficiency, dueling sword. It is an exotic weapon, so you would have to waste a feat otherwise to get it. And fighter proficiencies and bonus combat feat. We will be making skillet character, a lot of dexterity, int, and I want it to be stable. Stable int in this case means that if you do this, you do 12. It's an even number. It will not give you even amount of skill points per level. It will always skip 1 point. So now I would get 4 points, and second level I would get 3 points, and I like to have them stable. Strength 13 just for the carry weight. We will be using dexterity as our main attack and damage ability later on. 2 points to charisma, 2 points to constitution. I really want to have something in the wisdom, but my will be bad, unfortunately. Athletics and persuasion. These are class skills. They will grant you +3 bonus on all class skills that you put ranks into. Now I don't mind about this that much right now because Rogue pretty much have everything we need, and I will get 7 skill points when I get Rogue classes. So we will start off what we would want as a Rogue mobility, because with 3 points we gain bonuses for fighting defensively and perception, which is the most important, perhaps the most important skill in the whole game, which is why it's unfortunate that I only have Wisdom 10. I don't get any bonuses to it, but Rogues will get bonuses from Pathfinder. I will get +1 to perception from every single 2, so no, not single, every 2 Rogue levels I get, so we will cover that one, just with those. Weapon focus, of course, dueling sword, now that we have it out of the box, and then I want dodge. +1 bonus to your armor class, a condition that makes you lose your dexterity bonus to our AC, also makes you lose the benefits of this feat. Yes, thank you. And then I will take the dazzling display. But before I take that, I will just want to show you why I wanted to use the dueling sword and not just the rapier. How do you spell it? Aldori dueling mastery. It requires weapon finesse, but I will get that directly from Rogue. You gain +2 bonus or initiative checks as long as you start combat with a dueling sword, but most importantly, okay, where did I put that? Come on. You gain +2 shield bonus to your AC. That is what I want. I wanted that +2. And I want that dazzling display for our final feat for the start, because this is a debuff. Dazzling display allows me to make AoE intimidate attack, which will lower enemies, not those checks and resistances, not resistances but checks, and some enemies have really insanely high checks in this game. So all the debuffs you can get, I will take them. And we will be focusing a lot on intimidate, because we really do not get a lot of other features for that. I'm not a mage character in this. Pragmatic.
This will hurt.
Day 16. I don't know why. I just decided. Third. Severe, and our man will be neutral. Good. Okay.
I didn't even break a sweat.
Okay. So here are our attacks. Right now, melee attack bonus is just +2. Ranged attack +5, but I will get the dexterity bonus to this with weapon finesse and future feats. Athletics 5, persuasion 5, perception 1. The most important skill probably in the game, 1. For now. Okay. Let's... Oh, ho, I forgot something. This. You can't go out like looking that. Okay, that's better.
Someone else would make better use of this.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
The speaker is Lindsay. She's a bard, and she will make her introductions to us very soon.
Where are they? This is taking forever! They didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
The Aldori's warlords arose when famed swordsman Baron Syrian Aldori agreed to train a select group of pupils in his dueling techniques. They ruled Rostland for generations, each as prickly and impulsive as the Order's founder. Though they are considered some of the finest sword fighters in the Inner Sea region, they are also obsessed with personal standing and honor. Brevoy is a relatively young nation, having only existed since 4499 AR. The history of Brevoy before this time is the history of two often warring nations, Isia and Rostland. The coming of Corral the Conqueror changed all this. After securing the defeat and surrender of the two nations, Corral christened his family house Rogravia. Its rule ended with the mysterious disappearance of every member of House Rogravia in 4699 AR, leaving Brevoy in a precarious political position. Is the game volume good?
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Oh, they get along so nicely.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
Restov is one of the two largest cities in the fertile region of Rostland in southern Brevoy. Lord Mayor Isofef, how do you spell that name? Joseph Selemius leads the city with its trade and cultural center that borders the river kingdoms, the Shrike River and the Stolen Lands. As the birthplace of the Aldori dueling style, the city boasts several Aldori and Taldan dueling schools, which has led to the city being a favorite place for young nobles to practice dueling championships. Most prominent among them is the Aldori Academy, widely regarded as the region's finest war league. So Delta Strain game sound, specifically voices, could be a tiny bit louder, okay? Yeah, that actually showed on screen. I pushed it a bit further.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder.
Spoiler, that would be our goal to do. Stolen Lands. The Stolen Lands are an almost fully unsettled region in the northeastern section of the River Kingdoms, bordering the nation of Brevoy and serving as buffer between Brevoy and the River Kingdoms. Traditionally, the haunt of bandits and monstrous humanoids, the Stolen Lands are regarded as stolen by all nations along their border, even though none has ever been able to keep these realms under their control for long.
Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title. when we'll most likely lose our lives there?
If I may please answer the question. We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to read that. Why not just recognize this Stag Lord as a baron?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
You're helping us found a barony. What do you gain from such generosity?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
Yeah, I love you too, Tartuccio.
Of course, we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
What rewards can we expect exactly?
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
Words, words, words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Rostov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Now you're talking.
And for those who do not know, Amiri is actually an iconic character in Pathfinder. They took her from the tabletop game and let us to enjoy her company. It's Killer's Day.
You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet, go, and return in triumph.
Finally.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this Stag Lord a lesson?
I'm Savir, pleased to meet you.
Likewise. Actually, I also wanted to ask you something.
Go on.
How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
Wait, a book?
Damn, I should have led with that. Please, just let me explain.
Please do, Lindsay.
You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly? And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or gods forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
What about that barbarian? She looks pretty heroic. I think her name's Amiri.
Oh yeah, she's fantastic. You can tell she could tear a bear's head off with her bare hands, but she kind of scares me just a little. But, I mean, her sword's twice as big as I am. She could cut me down without even noticing. Just think on it a bit, alright? I'm sure you'll agree. Alright, I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
Finally, we are done with chatting with these people. Hello. Yep, they don't have anything interesting to say. Let's take a good look at our character. We don't actually need those tutorials, but I wanted them to be active
All according to plan.
for now. Yeah, we look good. Lindsay and Amiri are probably my favorite characters in this game. And now we're on.
Help! Help!
What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers or we'll all be cut down one by one.
Sounds like we're in trouble.
Enemy approaching.
Let's see. Charge. Do we have time to charge? Nope. Hey, don't miss. Oh, come on, some level 1 miracle and we already miss. Take that. Better armor. Chain shirt, max dexterity, yes. AC 19, flat-footed. Oh, for those who do not know, this is the main armor class, which includes the dexterity bonus and feat bonuses and armor. Flat-footed means that I don't get dexterity bonuses or feat bonuses that rely on them if I'm surprised attacked. Basically, I need to know better than to move away. And that is important part of this game. Oh, go away. I probably should have closed that longbow. Yes, we want the longbow as well. So, looks like they had
We will
Tartuccio.
be victorious.
Charge! Damn, I'm
Leaving
slow.
you out of our story.
This should do it.
Stop touching Lindsay.
You're just in time. A bit longer and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory.
Well, that is good to hear, Tartuccio.
Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the stolen lands. Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
Interesting, why I'm not convinced. Daggers have good price
I
weight
wrote it
ratio,
like I saw
which
it.
is 1, and you are not actually autocasting days. This spell clouds the mind of a humanoid creature with 4 or fewer hit dice so that it takes no actions. Humanoids of 5 or more hit dice are not affected. She's
And
going to
Lindsay was
use that
called
for now. If you right click it, it will sort of autocast it. Let's explore the place before we go forward. No. Oh yes, I actually respect Lindsay more than you, Tartuccio. Sorry. Don't know why.
In due time. They'll never see me coming.
Okay, let's sneak around a bit.
Our victory is certain.
Whoa, I did mess that up. I was supposed to charge. This one into charge. Thank you. And slap him as well. Oh, come on. Do something. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Those, that, and that. Armor weights just too much. We're not gonna
That
take
is
it.
not far.
Nope. Just weights way too much. Oh no, is everyone dead? Probably.
As it should be.
Okay then. Here is little something then. Now, was there anything else? Nope.
In due time.
Oh.
They'll never see me coming.
Oh, we have Amiri.
It's the end for you rats!
Leave this one to me.
Kill him!
I am prepared.
As if Amiri would need our help. Oh, maybe
Can
she
you
does.
make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down.
She's not talking to me. The barbarian's face is distorted with rage. She grinds her teeth and sweat drips from her forehead. Noticing Tartuccio, she swings her sword but stops it just in time.
Blood for Gorum!
Damn, girl. Gorum, also known as Our Lord in Iron, is a god of battle above all other pursuits. It is said that he would rust away into nothingness if there is ever a time with no more conflicts to be fought. His faithful believe he is present in every iron weapon of war that is forged. Barbarians.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
No, Lindsay, don't think that is how heroes should be.
What? Stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
Calistria, also known as the Savored Sting, as the unquenchable fire, is the goddess of lust and revenge, who takes on many faces and guises. She is held in especially high regard by elves, who often identify with her mercurial mood and changeable nature. A fondness for wasps has earned this vengeful deity a title of Savored Sting. Such creatures live on after harming their enemies, a trait Calistria's followers hope to emulate when pushing their goals. Also an important deity in this game. Whoop. Hey, you ugly mug, get them. These guys don't seem to really care about their old men. Unfortunate. And I believe, yes, the way to banquet hall is closed. Oh well.
All according to plan.
Not that we need them, but we'll take them. Skill check, yes, thank you. The heavy crate is securely locked. And this is a dexterity check.
They dare to attack me?
No, I dare to attack them. Oh, that is a bad initiative roll for me. I might have to take improved initiative at some point. Come on, die. Yeah, we really do not have any tricks on our sleeve yet for the main character. He will get them in time when we get some rogue levels. Sword bow, yes, and dagger, yes, and armors, no.
Follow my lead.
I will. And armory.
Applause, please.
Applause, please. Thank you, Lindsay. Goods. Composite longbow. Oh yes. Composite longbows, they allow you to add your strength bonus to attacks. To damage. And masterwork like mace. I'll take that. I only have +1, but hey, it's a bonus. No. Waits too much. Key, useful. That will take. And that will take. How much is our carry weight? Yeah, we're also suffering from penalties.
What have we here? This chest is full of gold. I guess it's for the guards' salaries, all things considered. Well, those freeloaders don't seem to have been working too hard for it. Maybe we should pocket it instead.
What? No, we're heroes, not thieves.
Who said we were stealing it? We'll just take the gold for safety so the assassins don't get it. And then we can heroically return it to Jamandi when this is all over.
Nah. No distractions. If you haven't forgotten, they're trying to kill us.
Finally, a voice of reason.
Do what you want. I don't care. It was just a suggestion. But there's a lot of money in that chest, and
Yes,
with
there
all these
is.
bandits running around, it wouldn't be any better if they stole it.
That is good reasoning, but I don't want to anger the lady sword lord. Yes, we have a bit anger.
In due time.
In due time.
Oh, familiar faces. I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jaethal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
Yeah. They look like death.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
What do you mean undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it.
Okay, let's get to it and let's see our new friends. Actually, we haven't visited them at all. This is of course me. And here we have Jaethal. Constitution doesn't exist because she really is neutral evil undead. Quite a cool and a bit scary lady. And chaotic evil, as you might have already noticed. And Lindsay's chaotic good goes well with me, and she actually does not have dagger yet. Why haven't I given you a dagger?
That is not far.
Lindsay is a bard, as mentioned before, and for the skill part, oh yeah, stealth, trickery, and all that goodness. Now we are going to do a little saving because
As it should be.
I see something.
She's using trickery skill here.
Anything else?
Probably.
Look here.
Applause, please.
Applause, please.
All according to plan.
How curious.
Oh, she did this check, not Lindsay.
Applause, please.
More applause, please. I need to record that voice and use it. That's too heavy. And so is that. Alright, Sabir. Stop running around aimlessly. Scrolls! Okay, Tartuccio is first on the line, not the optimal location for him.
Enemy approaching.
You deserved it.
Yeah.
This
Oh, come
was
on.
not part of the
Oh,
plan.
come on, I fell. I didn't die, but I fell. Level 1 miracle. Kill it with fist. Oh, get up, son. You're not dead. Just unconscious. Nope. And Lindsay, you should have some heals, don't you? 2 hit points. Brilliant. 8 hit points. Thank you, Lindsay. That was better, and now you are
Adventures
all out.
call to them.
Unfortunately. You go
Lindsay
there.
the Magnificent? Lindsay the Illustrious? Something more
No
simple,
mistakes.
like Lindsay the Great?
Lindsay completely
Maybe
nuts.
Lindsay the Indecisive.
Okay, here is a puzzle, and I have no idea how this actually went. Hold on. Oh boy. Was it
Ready for
something
anything?
like this? Oh yes, it was.
What
And
troubles you?
then 1, 2, 3.
Time's not waiting.
Oh boy, I'm gonna
And
mess this
Lindsay
up.
was called.
No, I did
I
not.
know what to do.
Both of them open. Excellent. On first try. Whew. That's money. Yes, we are stealing from Chamandi, but it's for the good cause. I don't actually need any
Anything
of
is
this
possible.
stuff, but...
And so they walked on.
And they did for fun. Wait a minute, there wasn't anything useful here. I recall there was something useful. Oh yes! Wand of Magic Missile. Mages can use this, but also characters with use magic device can use it. And Master with Nunchaku. Excellent. Those pretty much were the only reason to open that location. Not much else. Let's get out of here.
And then our leader charged
A
forward.
calculated
Hey,
risk.
hey, wait for me! Any last wishes?
Yeah, kill this guy. Oh boy. Charge! And miss.
Left yourself open.
Ah! Everything is so much fun with a little fire. What a night, huh? I thought I was all alone. It's good you're here. A bit boring, chasing fool assassins without anyone watching the show.
Yeah, I like you too, Kaisi.
It's not fun at all.
Oh, stop it, Lindsay.
Many people have died for nothing.
Knowledge world check passed. Do I even have that checked? I do, apparently. You sound like a Keleshite, am I right?
Of course. I'm from Kadira. But tales of hot deserts and shady oases can wait until the fighting's finished. But if you'd like to
Pokute
share a
asked about
dinner
ring
and
I was
pleasant
given.
conversation, just say the word.
You'll
I
see.
like making new friends.
I don't think we
am
met.
Kayesi, one of the many here who seek a better fate, answering the call of Lady Jamandi. But unlike the others, I never dropped my guard, day or night. It's why I'm still alive.
There are assassins on the prowl. We have to go.
I don't know where you're heading, but I'll be at the entrance to the main hall. I think I saw some guards there. Join me there, if you wish.
Okay, none. Oh, yes, that. Come on. And here we have these and this. Okay. Harem.
Lotus, I can sense your silhouette hovering
Let's
over
see
me.
if we can get XP out of this one.
It won't be much longer. Soon we shall meet, O Lord of Oblivion.
Diplomacy 15. Aren't you being a bit premature? Look at yourself. You barely got a scratch.
That's impossible.
Yes! Succeeded.
Oh, it seems you might be right.
I am.
It seems I will live. I suppose I must postpone meeting my god, not for long, I'm sure. But while we remain in this transient world, Arim is at your service.
Nice to have you in my service, Harem. And we didn't even have to
In due time.
come that. Hopefully we don't have to do any of that.
Interesting.
That was a skill check, perception skill check. Gold ring and masterwork longsword, 100 gold. Yes, please. Oh boy, guys. And here we go. No one here. And okay then. Save game. Manders. We don't need those. I just need them to be clear. Soon we might have the saves come.
You, run and get an axe. You, bring more water. You, stay here and hold our defense. Those assassins are still around here somewhere. Aha! Some of our guests survived. Good. You need to get to the banquet hall and help Lady Jamandi.
Who are you?
Keston, House Gares, a fighter in the service of Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori. Right now, I'm in charge of the mansion guards. As you can see, there's a lot to do.
House Gares is based in the western part of Brevoy, in the foothills of the Golushkin Mountains. It is led by Lord Howland Gares, who is a widower. His adoptive heir is the Toval Golka, a dwarf and son of the clan chief of the Golka Dwarves holding. House Gares had a good relationship with the Golka Dwarves until the dwarves vanished. Members of the house worked the metal and the dwarves mined. The house's motto is strong as the mountains. And I am painfully aware of my pronouncing issues. I am honing them just by having this stream. Thank you. English is not my first language.
If I were a rich and influential lady like Jamandi, I'd also get myself a manly captain of the guard. Or two.
Sure you would, Kaise. What's going on here?
Someone opened the gate, let in a group of assassins in the middle of the night. Now they've set the mansion on fire to cut off access to the hall. They don't want Lady Jamande to get reinforcements. We cleared the passage so you can get through. Just try to avoid inhaling the smoke. We'll be right behind you. We just need to put out the fire first to save the mansion.
Considering Lady Jamandi's fate, I'm not surprised that the whole pack of assassins were unleashed on her, including a giant. But what's at stake? What could anyone hope to gain?
Do you need help putting out the fire?
No, we'll manage. I've got my best people here, those who still live. Your place is by Lady Aldori's side.
Okay then.
It doesn't seem right. What if some of the guards are wounded? We need to help them.
Where's the hall?
You'll have to run through the fire. We've almost put it out at the entrance, so your main concern should be to not inhale any smoke. Hold your breath and take the first right, then head straight down the hallway.
I'll go immediately after this long chat we just have in front of the burning building.
Fire doesn't frighten me, thanks to hell's blood running in my veins. I'll go ahead and wait for you on the other side. Catch up!
Let's catch up.
May Abadar keep you safe.
And let's prepare for the potential saves come. Because we have to nail this check. for the future use. And so our adventure started earlier and much more tragic than we'd expected. The whole team who'd gathered in the hall yesterday had been reduced to but a handful of brave souls led by Xavier, and not at all by the scoundrel Tartuccio, no matter what he might have imagined of himself. Jamandi Aldori was waiting for us, but to get to her we'd have to march through fire, literally. As we approached the burning building we drenched ourselves with buckets of water. Prudence is the key to victory. Before moving through the fire, we truly wet our clothes and hair. After that, we covered our noses and mouths before we rushed inside. Crunch. It was a good thing we hadn't wasted any time. Yes. After entering the building and taking just few steps forward, the wall behind us slanted and crashed down with a terrible crackling sound, blocking the way back. While we may not have planned on going back, if we'd come in a little later, the flaming logs and red-hot bricks would have fallen right on our heads. Regardless, we were left with only one way to go. Continue. The hot air burned our lungs and our arms watered from the smoke, but Xavier led us stubbornly through the flames, while Tartuccio did nothing useful at all. We'd made it into the hallway leading to the banquet hall when we heard someone calling for us. It was Valerie, one of the guards I chatted with a bit in the banquet hall. Even then, in that calm setting, I'd been stunned by her beauty. But now, amid the smoke and flame, she looked like a celestial avenger, an armored deity, menacing but beautiful and merciful, descending from the higher spheres to help us poor mortals. Oh, give it up, Lindsay. She held a burned, barely living guard in her arms. "There are 2 more!" she shouted as she passed by us. "They are wounded! Help me pull them out!" Tartuccio grumbled something about how Jamandi was waiting for us. Meanwhile, Xavier, athletics, rushed to save the cars from the fire. And then he exclaimed like a boss. Oh yeah. And we are not going to read all, that's true. We will have to nail that check for further use. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, shut up. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah-da-da-da-da. Succeeded at athletics check. Saving the poor fellows didn't take long. Together, we lifted them up and carried them away from the fire. Only then did Valerie pause to catch her breath and wipe the sweat from her face. "Thank you, that was truly noble of you," she said, "and now let us rush to Lady Aldori's aid." Ensuring the guards were rescued were relatively safe, we made our way to the hall, where the battle was already in full swing. And yes, we are going to do few of these this game has few points where we just need to nail those checks if we want to make any sense of the rest of the game. Or at least part of it. This was one of them. You forward, and it doesn't actually matter. All aboard! Let's use the previous save file before we leave the area. Yeah, we got everything important. Okay, this looks bad. She's a bit hardcore. Let's kill these guys. You! Sing, inspire courage. You take a bit of a detour. And then dazzling display. Which was probably a bit wasted right there, but hey, who cares? Charge! Kill it! And dazzling display again. Oh, hey, Why aren't you guys attacking this?
Repent!
Do it.
Yourself open. This should do it. A calculated risk. This will hurt.
Whew. That was far easier than I expected, actually. That dazzling display really helps. A lot, actually. Is that all? No! We have unlooted guys over here. Chunk, chunk, chunk. And then we will have to do... Oh, hey, hello. Did you have... That's worth it. No, that's just barely worth it. And let's save the game before we talk to her.
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger. And that means I made the right choice.
You did?
Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us works for him.
You, of course, me.
Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing. You think I wouldn't recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why he wasn't killed. The bandits recognized him as one of their own by this signet ring.
And this is what Tokuta asked about the ring. This would be the ring. Pitax, long a haven for thieves and smugglers, Pitax is a hub for trade in the river kingdoms. It aspires to be a center of culture and higher learning as well, but cannot escape its more unsavory origins. Diplomacy 10, take the ring from your pocket. You mean this ring? The one you gave me?
Yes. Such a gambit would be typical of Iroveti and his henchmen. And yet, it still seems suspicious.
Oh, yes.
There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against another. I'm afraid you're both under suspicion.
They both came to your aid, Lady Jamandi. But a liar's cunning knows no bounds. I've never met these two or their companions. For all I know, they're all conspiring spies.
And if you paid attention, before she had red eyes and a different posture, now she has blue eyes and different posture.
How could you say that? We fought together. We literally went through fire together. And then you vanished into thin air. After you promised you'd wait.
My words might be rash.
I bet my life despise anyone but this man. I saw how he dealt with those creeps with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with him through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand, he's got the eyes of a spy and the mug of a spy.
Lady Aldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed his true colors. He forced us to break into the armory and rob it.
And this is a bit harder check to explain. Lawful neutral, diplomacy 11. Forgive me for my trespass. In my defense, we were in the middle of a battle and in a dire need of weapons.
Considering the circumstances,
Yes, nailed it.
that was more than reasonable.
Whew.
That was a sound decision. Sometimes one must act at one's own risk and peril, until crossing the boundaries of what is allowed. Showing initiative is no crime.
It is insane when faced with death to stop and question whether you may be breaking some law or rule. Even more insane would be to ask forgiveness for making the right decision. Sorry, but your words display a lack of wisdom.
Yeah, you can see two very different types of characters here. Valerie is lawful neutral. She liked what I said, and Harim, of course, who is chaotic neutral, he didn't.
What about that trick he pulled right before we came in here? He knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, he dallied as long as he could, dropping everything to save people from the fire, even though the guards were handling things just fine. He was obviously hoping to show up too late and find you already dead.
Yeah. Last one. Neutral good, diplomacy 12. People were dying right in front of me. How could I just walk by?
Trying to save others is
damn it.
commendable, but Tartuccio's right. You were needed here more.
Oh, stop it with your high horse.
May Shellen spare me from ever having to make such a choice, but he behaved decently as a true leader.
Shellen, also known as Eternal Rose, the Eternal Maiden and the Incorruptible, is the goddess of art, beauty, love and music, and the half-sister of John Good Horn. Shellen focuses just as much attention on internal beauty as external. As aspects of her role as a goddess of beauty, Shellen also promotes creation of art and the composing of and performance of music. Clerics of Shellen frequently are artists themselves. As the goddess of love, Shellen encourages the proliferation of that feeling in all its forms. That was the hard one to pronounce. She is not the goddess of sexuality, lust or fertility, and makes a very clear distinction between love and sexuality, although she does not in any way discourage erotic love. The few paladins who worship her practice godly love.
A true leader is someone who has their priorities straight, not someone who would put a valuable ally's life in danger for the sake of some servant.
And she didn't like my reply because she is evil.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do. 2 teams will head out. That way, I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the Stolen Lands.
Lady Aldori, most of those who were to set off for the Stolen Lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the 2 teams would you prefer to accompany?
Abadar, the god of cities, law, merchants, and wealth, is also called the god of walls and ditches in the Eastern Dragon Empires, is known to be a patient deity. Maintaining a strong neutral stance in his actions, he sets forth to expand civilization and order among the peoples of Golarion.
If my leader allows, I would join his team. He seems a worthy commander in my eyes.
Welcome, Valerie.
Commanders, military leaders, all these laws and rules are but dust and vanity. I suppose I will accompany Tartuccio.
Our leader is good in battle, but I don't like all the spiritual agonizing. I prefer those who can act without wasting time helping every little pipsqueak. Those like Tartuccio.
Ugh, Tartuccio's going to take the credit for himself and be done with it. Shellen, spare me from such allies. I'm going with you. You're a hero worthy of my quill.
As for me, I know neither of these 2. At least not well enough. And I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows, I'll remain in Restov and help mend the wounds this attack has inflicted. But who knows? The road may bring me to the Stolen Lands, but not yet.
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this man. As for you, Purple Toad, just wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spy guts from the trees.
I have no idea what is happening in Twitter right now. Okay.
Alright, we have 2 teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the Stolen Lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navacta's Crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Leviton's trading post. He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies.
Pokuto asks, do you know if Kaesi joins the player group if other choices are made? I do know, and she does not yet join the team. She will appear later on, because she's actually a DLC character. She wasn't included in the original game, she was added as a DLC character, so she's not available when we first set off. She'll join us later on, maybe. We are also almost done with this prologue chatting. It is a bit long, but actually this prologue doesn't take that long if you just skip most of this babbling, but I'm also reading these to you, so it will take a bit more time. Nivakta's Crossing is a village at the very southern edge of Roseland, protected by a wooden palisade wall surrounding it. The South Roseland Road runs through the village, as does the road leading to the newly established settlement of Warnhold. This place is home to trappers, anglers, hunters, and tradesmen. The locals are a serious bunch and very suspicious of strangers, especially those from the Stolen Lands. Oleg Levton's trading post. This abandoned border fort at the southern edge of Roseland found a new life recently. Oleg and Svetlana Leviton, how do you spell that name? A couple from Rostov rebuilt it into a trading post. This place is now one of the few hospitable shelters for travelers in the surrounding wilderness. And we got camping supplies, these are important, and rations. Act 4, sign a scroll of Raise Dead.
I'd like to believe you, but I know all too
done.
well how convincing
finally
traitors and
get
spies
out.
can be. If you're truly innocent, I hope you can forgive me this precaution.
Yeah.
While you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Rostov is working for Patox. But you should know that it isn't just Patox we need to worry about. The Royal House of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months.
This is
After
important.
that, any feats you accomplish will be pointless.
This game has few hard time limits. This is one of them. The Royal House of Sertova, the current ruling family of Brevoy, is also the oldest Brevik noble family and the most influential. Their original holdings are the environs of Port Ice in northern Isaiah on the shores of the Lake of Mist and Bells. The Sertovas are known as careful and cunning diplomats. Before Khorl the Conqueror invaded, the Sertovas were known as pirates and raiders, and the family still has many connections with the pirates and brigands of the region, many of whom are distant relations of the Sertova clan. Their family motto is, "Ours is the right."
And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champions of Rostov. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet. Fear nothing, my friends, and return victorious.
That's the plan.
Surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, Stolen Lands. Heroes are on the way.
Okay, we only have one place to go so far, but this map is huge. It is absolutely, oh, and let me save actually there as well. Absolutely huge. As you can see, whoever plays this game is going to be here for a very, very, very long time. So location names, but right now we only have one place to go because we will have to stop at Oleg's station before we move any further. So let's get to it. This actually, as you can see, takes time. Oh, I have gained a bit of a beating.
To victory!
Let's try this way.
Smack! Crack! And pop. And skin. The skinning is a check. All the parts suffers from heavy and comfort. Okay. And we succeeded. This is a skill check. Lore nature, and she can actually perform it. Lore nature, none of us have that chaotic neutral. Oh, we are also getting level up soon. We will take those level ups and we will continue playing. I will have to take a small break soon. I'm all out of water and I need to walk a bit, but not yet. We will at least reach those level up states before doing that. And the rest of it should be smooth sailing. Are we even tired? Wait, we are not tired. Excellent. That saves us from some time. And the full save. We are not exhausted. This is interesting. Save yourself, fools! Sounds like we have a bit of a problem here. Actually, we have a bigger problem. I have not made this formation. This is a bad formation. If you hold shift, then you can move these on grid, otherwise they are free roam. Icons, let's put you a bit lower and you there. Okay. Excellent.
That is not far.
Yeah, far better. Bandit, in the name of the Stag Lord, lawful authority in the stolen lands, we demand this week's tax and some beer. And where's that pretty wife of yours, Oleg? She should serve us dinner. Quiet down. Oh, this is Gressel. Quiet down, dimwit. Oleg, we're just here for the Stag Lord's tax. Hand over the money and we'll be on our way. Oleg Luton, you want to drink some of my blood too? I'm sick of you. You're like locusts. You think you control everything around here just because you put up that painted racks of yours? You come here, squeeze up dry, and come Oleg, a large man with rough face, stops talking when he notices you. Ah, you must be the quest from Resto. Neutral good. I'm not interested in a bloodshed, but I won't let you rob this man. Be on your way and I'll let you go in peace. The woman smiled coldly. Gressel, I mean. Alright, we'll leave, but what makes you think we won't just return with greater numbers? You performed a neutral good action. Maybe heal, but we don't have any heals. I wasted all Lynch's heals. Why would we leave when we've got easy pickings from Resto before us? We'll rip your guts and empty your pockets.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
You rage. You display dazzlingly. Oh, that's too low.
This should do it.
Oh, I do have those potions, but I'm not going to use them. They are for the bad weather, so to speak. Level up, and we got those level ups. Collect all.
Resting would be nice.
Now we would have to rest, but
as it should be.
We can't. Let's do this before we do anything else. Oleg Luton. Take that, you scoundrels! Oleg shakes his fist, but now he scratches his head and stares at the ground gloomily. The girl got away, a plague on her. She's certain to complain to the Stag Lord. They came before to collect taxes, but this time they'll come to punish treason. Now what are we to do? If only I could send Svetlana somewhere safe and show those rats what's what. He noticed a fair-haired woman approach. Dove, why are you here? I told you to stay hidden. It's all over, I saw it. I just needed to be sure you were alright. My name is Svetlana. I am sorry your arrival to our trading post turned out so unwelcoming. We have already read that. Oleg, I'd like to see you goods. Don't know what good trading will serve if those bloodsuckers come back and take everything, but alright, have a look. Oh boy. I don't want to see your goods yet, unfortunately. I haven't taken anything. So I have one longbow for you. I want to make sure that these guys are all set up. You take that. That is a special weapon and a troublesome one. Ginormous sword, large bastard sword. It actually gives us -2 to attack because it is oversized. And then the armor part. You have banded mail and I don't think I have everything. No, that is the best for you. You, on the other hand, can use breastplate. Makes you a bit more useful. Leather armor, I still have this and... Okay, I forgot to set microphone active. Sorry. Yes, I sold all the junk. I almost sold ever-burning torches, which I didn't want to do. Yeah, you can take one of those, actually. And now I can use the Dark Juice's present. This ring grants its wearer +1 bonus to armor class. This is a deflection bonus that does not stack with other deflection bonuses. And we have 0 use for these right now, but we will not sell them yet. Band of Magic Missile. And we will go to make the level 2. Okay, this is going to be fun. Game is saved. Myself, I will take the rogue way now. This will grant me... So I was Fighter Aldori Defender level 1, as I wanted to be, but just for the first level, so I could get the dueling sword and all the benefits, because it would take me a lot of time otherwise. I already have that. I am getting rogue proficiencies. I don't need those, but weapon finesse, I can use dexterity in place of strength in certain weapons like the dueling sword. Trap finding, a rogue adds half her level of perception checks, at least 1, so now I had at least +1 to perception checks. Excellent. And these I can only gain every 4th level. Athletics, mobility, trickery, stealth, and now I have to start focusing because I would like to use magic device, and I probably will later on, but I would also want to have these maxed out for further use. We can use our companions to do these checks, so that is not a bad call. Persuasion and use magic device are something, and stealth are of course something that we need to do ourselves. I'm going to start maxing out these. This will leave the use magic device, which I'm not yet sure if I'm even going to take. I might take it's useful, but not that useful as it would be in pen and paper game of any D20 game. Because it does not cover wearables, just usables. So I'll start 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll start using it, doing this like that. So next level, let's see, I should get, yes, 7 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's actually max out. We have better trickery people, so let's max out stealth. And the next level, the 7th point goes trickery, and then we'll have to decide if we want to start raising knowledge word, lore nature, or use magic device. Bong! And we don't get any feats on this level, but we already had that. Okay, why is that? Was it so that I don't get... Oh yes! Dexterity +3. Now you see, it just didn't cover it right back then. Best attack bonus 1, Dexterity +1, +1 weapon focus dual and sword. Previously it was just Strength plus... Oh, I don't currently get any. Yeah, I'm tired, so... This should be attack 6 when I've slept better. Fighter, you just go with your... You do you. Mobility, because when you have +3 ranks on mobility, you get a bonus on fighting defensively, and that is something what she will do all the time when she gets that third. And for now, we'll take Perception, and for the long run, we will be only using Perception and Persuasion points. She gets 2 to 3 points per level, because she's, as you can see, legally stupid. Int 9. So she will only get 3 and 2 points. Let's focus on them. So when we get the third here, because she already gets massive penalties from the gear she's wearing, so there's no reason to put any more points there than those 3, so she will get the bonus for fighting defensively, and then we will raise her Perception and Persuasion from there for further on. She should get bonus combat feat, and we will use Shield Wall. Oh no, sorry, Shield Focus. Increase the AC bonus granted by any shield you are using +1, and if you didn't notice, she is Tower Shield Specialist. Shield is what she does. Shield Focus, her AC is now 24, flat-footed 22. Her dexterity is a bit bad anyway, so not a big deal. Amiri! Hehe! Barbarian, chaotic neutral. You are a lovely. Rage Power. And Uncanny Dog. The character can react to danger before her senses would normally allow her to do so. She cannot be caught flat-footed, nor does she lose her dexterity bonus to armor class if the attacker is invisible. She still loses her dexterity bonus to AC if immobilized. A character with this ability can still lose her dexterity bonus to AC if an opponent successfully uses the feint action against her. Da da da. And athletics, same thing, mobility, lore nature, and this is where I'm a bit divided. I would need her perception, but I'd also need her persuasion, because she is going to be one of the characters intimidating others. She does not have charisma, but there's a feat that allows her to add the strength bonus intimidation checks, and we will be getting that. But it's pretty much the same thing. She doesn't really need high mobility, so let's go with persuasion. She needs wait, does she even need athletics? Hold on, I have high athletics. How high she will get it? 4. And she's using breastplate. No, she doesn't even need that athletics. We'll give it to her if she needs it. Let's do it. Nope. Lore nature, perception, persuasion. Let's do it like this, and we will stop putting points to mobility later on. Maybe. Oh, I'm not sure about perception now. Let's do this. They are maxed. We are definitely going to use persuasion anyway. We'll see what to do. Okay, Animal Fury. While raising, the barbarian gains a bite attack. It's useful as a part of full attack. The bite attack is made at the barbarian's full base attack bonus -5. That is good, and we will most definitely take that, but not now. We will take Lethal Stance. The barbarian can focus her strikes. She gains a +1 competence bonus on melee attack rolls and draw weapons attack rolls. This bonus increases by 1 for every 4 levels the barbarian has. This is a stance rage power. A barbarian can't have more than one stance rage power active at a time. If she activates a stance rage power while another one is active, the current stance immediately ends. I would like to take guarded stance as well, and I might take that later on if it comes available. But her AC is bad and it's going to remain as very, very bad anyway, so we are going to let her just to beat enemies. Little stance. Persuasion, lore, nature, perception. Excellent. We have these covered, and last one is Little Lindsay. What? Yeah, I'm not going to multiclass her. Oh, this is a bit of a problem actually. I don't know if I want mobility for her. I might. Use magic device, persuasion, perception, arcane, knowledge world. Well, these are the things that I actually need her. She needs to have a high knowledge world because none of us has that. She is excellent, absolutely excellent with perception despite her low wisdom score. And she's also excellent at persuasion because of her high charisma score. And use magic device as well. We will keep these for now. Okay, this one is a hard one. Canny Observer. When a character with this talent makes a perception check, they gain +4 bonus. Okay, this will take a while. Combat trick. Do we have spell focus actually? No, we do not. She would benefit from dodge. This is actually a hard one. Because pretty much everything is good for her. Or bad for her. We are not going to take Canny Observer for her. Oh. Yes, we are. It is going to take a lot of time for my character to be good at perception, and all the perception checks, they count. I'm still not sure if this was the right call for these, but she does get more points than what I just used, so I can select between stealth or trickery or something. Canny Observer. She's not going to be great with her ranged attacks anyway. I just need her to be the support character for now, and then I will create. I will put her later. Okay, perception 11. That is great. That is what we need. And knowledge word. Canny Observer. You will go like this, girl. You will go like this. And she also has spells, which will be Unbreakable Heart, hands down. The target creature gains +4 moral bonus on saving throws against mind-affecting effects that rely on negative emotions. The reason there are better like this remove fear, but it is moral bonus for 10 minutes. It is a great one. However, there's one difference here. If the target is already under such an effect when receiving the spell, that effect is suppressed for the duration of the spell. And this one is important. I want it because of that. We can get this from elsewhere, but I want Lindsay to be able to cast this whenever needed. Well versed, Canny Observer, Unbreakable Heart. Okay, then we will have to take a bit of a battle here.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Yes, and I will have to take a small, short 5-6 minute break before, because I need to get up a bit and fill my glass of water. I will be back. Oh, where's Oleg's trading post? There, I will be back very soon. Stay tuned.